Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? Welcome back for another video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys an update for my portfolio for the month of August. So we're going to be doing a deep dive today. I'll give you guys an update on my stocks I hold. I'll show you guys what kind of passive income we've been generating. And I'll show you guys what stocks I bought for the month and give you guys all that good stuff. So like usual, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up, a big like, and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more videos. Let's start this off really quickly. Let's jump inside the portfolio and let's see how a portfolio has been doing over the past couple weeks. Alright guys, so like usual, the first thing we will cover here is going to be the portfolio update. So we have $105,000, $525 Canadian inside of a Wealthsimple trade account, and the markets have been down quite a little bit over the past week or two or so. Like usual, we'll do a quick little update on the personal account and the TFSA. So the personal account has $16,000, 13 different stocks. It is currently sitting at about 0.36% overall. And then we have the TFSA, which is 11 different positions, 11 different stocks, $88,000, just under $89,000, sitting at a 6.61% performance all time. We'll take a peek at the TFSA and we'll look at the all-time performance here. So 1 day return is at negative 0%, which is like down $380. It's been pretty negative over the past week or so. Like I said there, in the last week we are down negative 3%, so that's $2,000, quite a bit of a dip there. Over the past month we are staying at negative 1%. Last 3 months is kind of like a bit of a mix between things. We can see that we did dip down quite a bit. We've seen a bit of a recovery here. And then we're kind of starting to dip down a little bit. We're still sitting up a little bit, but you know, it is kind of dipping quite a bit. Over the past year, we are down negative 1%, so lots of ups and downs in the market. You can kind of see like every single time things go up, they go back down, and that's kind of been the things that have been going that way for this year. And then in April, we did see a bit of a dive, bit of a rise up, bit of a dive, and then we're kind of just going back and forth between things, it looks like. But that's okay, you know, we're just going to keep buying stocks and it's going to come out. And you know, when things do rebound, if it happens towards the end of this year, if it happens towards next year, we're going to see a nice good return when that happens. But nonetheless, the all-time return inside the TFSA is 7%. We are up $5,000. So once again, a lot of ups and downs, but that's pretty much the way the market is looking for this year. Lots of ups and downs. So the personal account we'll cover really quickly, which is more focused on Canadian stocks. It's going to kind of be more or less the same like usual. 1 day return is 0%. 1 week return is negative 3. 1 month is negative 1. 3 months is negative 5. 1 year return is negative 1, and then all-time return inside the personal account is just basically sitting at 0. And this is much more focused on Canadian stocks, and the TFSA is a good 50-50 split. Speaking of which, let's jump inside Blossom Social, and I'll show you guys my actual full portfolio pie. So here's Blossom Social, here's the app I'm going to showcase for you guys today. So here's VFV, it represents 50% of my entire portfolio, 31% of my portfolio is VDY, 5% is TD Bank, and then the other 14% is a mixture of individual stocks. You can see all my holdings on real time and keep track of all the stocks I'm buying and selling. If you guys install Blossom Social, there's a link in the description of this video. You guys can sign up, use referral code Robin if you guys want to get a quick little bonus there. But anyways, check out the link in the description of this video if you guys want to check out Blossom Social. Alright, so I showed you guys the portfolio pie, so you guys have an idea of the holdings inside my account and basically where I sit, and that was with Blossom Social. We're going to head back into Wealthsimple Trade, and I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step all-time return for all my stocks. So this would just be a quick little recap for the end of the month kind of thing. So here's all the stocks. We'll start with the TFSA. So the TFSA is the biggest account, it's the main account we focus on, right? We want to maximize those tax-free gains, and we're pretty much at the point, at the time of doing this video, I'm pretty close to maxing out. I know I always say that, but we're slowly getting there. And the personal account, just in case if you guys don't know, because I get a lot of questions about this, the personal account is basically the same as the TFSA. It's just because, you know, once you eventually run out of room for your TFSA, you have to start a personal account. So that's basically how that works. And that's basically how I do it. I don't do any special treatment yet, really. But over time, obviously, when I get more familiar with taxes and stuff like that, and I get better at reducing my tax bill, and I think about all the different things, I'm going to make a for sure plan that's going to kind of like make better use of the accounts. But for now, I'm just putting the money in the market, and the personal account is just a basic extension of the TFSA. So all that said and done, here's different accounts here. So we have the tickers here on the left side for the different stocks and companies. We have the total value inside my portfolio. So we have the total value amount. Then we have the shares here. And then we can see the all-time return and the percentages here. And once again, I've been investing in all these companies for the past 2-3 years. So obviously the returns are going to be a little bit skewed to my portfolio, like when I bought the funds, when I reinvested the dividends, etc. So if you guys want a more accurate return of each individual stock, look them up on Google or whatever it is you guys use to research stocks, and check out like the 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year return if you guys want more accurate numbers for overall stocks. but I'll show you guys how these stocks have performed inside my portfolio. So the first one we have is AQN, not quite recovered. We're at negative 11%. We have ATD, which is up 16%. It's been a really good growth stock for me. CNR is at 8%. Fortis, which represents about $1,000, is at 5%. And you'll see a lot of these individual stocks are kind of the same. My goal right now is to kind of balance them up, to get them more close to the same. And then once I get them close to similar, I can start to think about, you know, maybe expanding on some of my individual stocks and different things and whatnot. But I'm trying to build them up to be more or less the same. HDIV, which is one of our newer funds, is down negative 2%. HYLD is down negative 16%. But these two funds are focused on passive income, and Wealthsimple trade does not factor in the passive income here into the returns. This is just the stock price. So when you see all these different stocks, then you see like 16% return here, 8%, 5%, it doesn't actually calculate the dividends. So that's an important thing to focus. The dividends are calculated, however, in the all-time returns on the main page we did at the start of the video. So hopefully that'll be something that will change with time. But just keep that in mind that that's not included here. Severia Corp is down negative 10%, 11% or so. TELUS is up 8%. TD is up 16%. VDY is up 10%. And then VFB, we're still down a little bit, negative 4% inside the TFSA. And you guys can see here once again, VFB is our biggest holding, 50% of our overall portfolio. And then we have VDY and some of our individual stocks. TD was 5%, so it is my biggest individual holding. We also do hold some of these stocks in VDY. And I've been thinking over time, you know, I might switch away from some of the ETFs, we'll see, and focus more on individual stocks as I become more aware of my account. But we'll see. It's not a big thing. It's not the biggest deal in the world here. So in a personal account, we have $45. I'll probably buy something today with it. I don't know what. We'll just throw it into whatever we have. But here's the stocks inside a personal account. So AQN again, ATD again, CNQ, Canadian Natural Resources. That's a new stock I have inside my personal account. It's up 3%. We have Canadian Tire I've been buying. It's actually down negative 10%. It's been dipping a little bit lately. This is a pretty new holding inside the portfolio. Once again, I only hold $100, so it's not that much. We have HDIV and HYLD again. Here, once again, dividends are not factored in, so keep that in mind. Manulife here, another financial stock that I don't hold in my TFSA. And then we have Power Corp of Canada is down negative 16%. So a lot of the finance companies and a lot of the banks and stuff like that are pretty good buys right now because they've dipped quite a bit. So if you guys want to buy them, it's definitely a good time to do it. We have TELUS up 3%, TD down negative 3%, and then of course VDY and a VFB. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick little individual recap of the stocks, just so you guys have an idea of how they performed in my portfolio. But like I mentioned, check them on Google, double check the all-time returns, make sure you include the dividends, stuff like that, because that, of course, that will give you a more accurate assessment of how these stocks have actually performed. And a couple of you guys have mentioned a couple times on my videos that you want to see more of my stock buys. So I don't do this in every single video, but I do like a recap for the end of the month of all the stocks I bought for the month of August. So some of these I buy in my videos. Sometimes I buy them, you know, when I don't do my videos. I only do a video, an update about once a week or so. So there is some off video buying, quote unquote, that I do inside my portfolio, but it's more or less, it's not anything new. Whenever I buy something new, I always do a video to tell you guys and show you guys. But otherwise, I'm just buying the same stocks, just expanding upon my current positions. So on August 2nd, we bought Fortis, we bought some TELUS, HDIV, VFB, of course, we've always kind of been consistently buying. HDIV, Canadian Tire, TD, more TD, Canadian Tire, CNR, and then HDIV. So I don't know how much money this is for the month of August, but you can see it's just little bits. We haven't put a ton for August. It's been $60 here, $40 here, $30 here, $13, $30, $60. So these aren't huge amounts. It's just every kind of other day I'll look inside my bank account and be like, okay, you know what? Do I need to pay any bills or anything like that? Do I need to spend any money? And any free money I have, I just basically throw inside the account, and that's basically what I do. Just little amounts here and there. Sometimes it's bigger, sometimes it's little. It just depends on how much free cash I have. But August was a pretty busy month for me. Lots of things going on, lots of extra expenses that I didn't plan for. So it hasn't been as much as I usually do, but nonetheless, we're just throwing whatever we can at our portfolio, and it is growing, as you guys can see in my videos. And of course, because this is a dividend focused channel and I'm a dividend/growth based investor, I can do a little bit of everything, but I do focus on dividends a good chunk, and I am moving towards that direction as time goes on. As my portfolio grows, I will show you guys the dividend payments, and then I'll give you guys a recap of the monthly dividends, of course, so you guys can see. August wasn't a huge month in terms of dividend payments. However, we did do pretty good compared to our last couple months. So TD, we have a dividend of $20. In the beginning, TD once again, I guess inside both accounts is about $50. VDY dividends, HYLD gave us some nice dividends here. HDIV, another HYLD inside the TFSA. A lot of these stocks we hold inside the personal account and the TFSA, so we get double payments, right? But you can just add them up to see the full amount. And then Severia Corp was our last dividend on August 12th, sorry. And I think that is the end of the month. So there's not tons of dividends. We did get some big ones, and we'll add them up, and I'll show you guys how much I actually made for the month of August in total. Okie dokie, so here's the dividends, the monthly dividends for the account. I have this all logged since I first started investing. I always kind of tend to update this so you guys can see how the growth has been over time. Going towards the month of August, we have $192 inside my portfolio. I usually do put my girlfriend's dividend income inside my updates, but I keep forgetting, and we just got back in town. So, and she's at work right now, so I haven't had time to do it at the time of doing this video. It might be like $20, $30. I'll update it when I do the next video. So we're probably realistically sitting at about $200 or so in dividends, maybe a little bit, 210, 220, something like that. Some along those lines. But I had $192 inside my portfolio, and it's been a consistent increase. We see the other months we have 129 in February. March we had 155. April we had a big month for the ETFs, and then 173, then 178, then 192. So it is slowly increasing. We are putting the money back in. We are taking the dividends and reinvesting them back into the portfolio. Sorry, so you guys can see that growth over time. And I want to give you guys an update on the average monthly dividend. So I took the last 3 months here. I got the calculator here. We'll bring this up so you guys can see. So the past 3 months for June, July, and August, we made a total of $748. So we take the last 3 months and we do an average. So we divide that by 3. That's going to give us an average of $249, 250, right? In terms of monthly dividend income on average for the past 3 months. So it's not lots, it's not a ton, but obviously the big quarterly payments from the ETFs do kind of bump that up. So really, I'm making about $250 on average per month. So it's pretty decent, right? And we've seen it consistently grow over time. So once again, just a quick little update on that. You guys can see how much dividends we made for the month of August. So that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry I haven't been super active on the channel answering a lot of you guys' comments and questions. This month has honestly been quite a bit of a busy month for me, so I've been away a lot. I've actually been, going out of town a lot for certain personal reasons, so just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on that. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, like usual, smash the like button, and if you guys have any questions, I'll try my best to get back to you guys. I'm kind of more back into my normal routine now, so I'll be around more often. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, have yourself a good week, and I'll see you guys later.